Hello. All right, cool. In this video, we're going to go over the mindset of a rockstar CSM. Okay, this is coming from the perspective of someone who's been a CSM in 6- and 7-figure businesses for a long time, as well as a business owner, entrepreneur. So this is just kind of my thoughts on what it is to actually, really take the role of a CSM serious, kick ass at it, and the importance of it. The other thing that you're going to kind of learn in this video is stuff. Just how to do a good job at how to do good work, right, for people and make a difference and really put you ahead. Now, I know like a lot of you guys are watching this that have not gotten a CSM job, or you're on the hunt for a CSM job, so this may not pertain to you, but I still think there's a lot of useful information in it. Okay. So, mindset of a rockstar CSM. Again, the CSM is a client success manager. So your job is to help the client become successful. But the first thing is be excellent and content at everything you do. Okay, so this is, don't half-ass it, essentially. If you're serious about doing good work, do your best and be content with doing your best. And, being a CSM like this is really going to ask for the best version of yourself, okay? Because you're going to be representing yourself, the business owner, the business, the system, the promise that the client was given. And all you can do is do your best work. And if you do that, then you'll be content and be satisfied. And sometimes it's not even your fault when things aren't working out. Sometimes it's just the business's fault. But you should still do your best, okay? I don't know. I have this image of this one of my sergeants saying, do your best. Why not? Right? And that always kind of stuck with me. Mostly because it's like you could half-ass it, be lazy, do less than is asked of you, or you can do the best. Why not? Right? You can give it your all. You could not half-ass it. All right. So if you give it your best and then you're content with that because you know that you're giving it your best, then you can sleep good at night and you'll know that you're doing the best that you can. Positive attitude is everything, especially for a CSM. Oh my God. You're going to tell you talking to a lot of people. Okay. And the best thing that if you're talking to a lot of people is show up, put a smile on, be positive. You get to talk to all these amazing people. You get to have these conversations. You get to get in there and get your hands dirty and get to work. Positive attitude is everything. It's a lot different than showing up every day and having an Eeyore on the other side, right? Oh, yeah, now we have to do this. Like, no, don't be that person. Okay, be positive, represent yourself, put a smile on, even if you're faking it, fake it till you make it. But have a positive attitude. It'll get you so much farther in life than being negative or crying about everything. That when you can't do anything about it, might as well be positive. Be proactive. Okay, so this is the biggest thing when it comes to a CSM. Is you're not just putting out fires every day, you're also trying to prevent fires, okay? You are not only the fireman, but you're also fire prevention. And I don't even know how to put this into words, how important it is for you to be proactive, okay? You're not going to last long as a CSM if all you're doing is reacting to the clients. You have to proactively reach out to the clients, keep them engaged, get things done, go above and beyond, go the extra mile, and just be genuine with your intentions as opposed to being reactive. Okay, if you're reactive, you're waiting for the client to reply to you, you're waiting for your boss to yell at you, you're waiting for it's just not going to work. Okay, and the only way you'll be a successful rockstar CSM is if you are proactive. That means you know what you're going to do the day before, you know what you're going to do that day, you know who you need to speak to, you stay organized, and you go out there and you bring the fight to them as opposed to the problems coming to you. Okay, so be proactive. Don't just be a firefighter, but be a fire prevention. The other thing is just as a business owner, if there's issues, right? Your job is not to just bring the issues to your boss. Okay, your boss has enough stuff going on. Your job is to help solve problems, help prevent problems, and get your boss's time back. That's what a client success manager really is. So by being proactive, it's going to save you in the long run, and it's going to help you do a lot better at this kind of job. You have to be proactive. Another thing is organization, okay? If you can, because you're going to be doing a lot of the same repetitive tasks, like same conversations with clients, same situations, same systems getting set up, same things happening. So if you can get really organized and make cheat sheets and take notes for everything that you're doing inside the program, turn them into SOPs, make it easier for your colleagues, and stay organized with your clients, with your tasks, with your time, this is going to change your life. This is going to make your job so much easier. And I'll be honest with you, the only way you're really going to have a good time as a CSM is if you stay organized from the beginning and you stick with it and you get more and more organized. Because there will get to the point where you have your stuff dialed in so well that it's easy, that the work becomes a breeze and you can enjoy it. And you can, instead of just doing the same thing over and over, you actually become better at doing it. And you become, that's how mastery begins, okay? But it all starts with organization. I had to learn this the hard way. I've never been like a super organized person. But being a CSM, you will either get organized or you will be stuck in a lot of chaos, okay? So you're either organizing it or you're getting trapped and brought into the chaos. But be the storm, right? don't let the storm take you. Organize everything. All right, and then be an eagle, not a duck. This is a Wayne Dyer quote that I love. He was at the airport and he had to get on the flight or he was gonna be late for his speaking gig, and the plane was right there. And he had to get on, and he talked to the first lady at the kiosk, and the lady said, "No, we can't do that. That's not what we do." And then he said, "Okay, let me talk to someone who can actually help me and make a better decision," right? And the lady went and got a manager, and the manager was able to get him on the plane. Okay, so the lady was a duck. She had no idea. She couldn't help anything. She wasn't going to do anything. The eagle is the person who solves the problems, okay? Now, you guys have all dealt with these people on like customer service calls and stuff like that. Don't be the duck. Don't be somebody who doesn't know how to do anything and can't get anything done. Find solutions to get things done. Get creative. Don't just take the easy way out and be difficult. Find the ways to make things happen. Okay, you are, as a CSM, you have to be adaptable. You have to be creative. You have to make things happen, and that's what you're getting paid to do, is to change people's lives, get over their problems. And if you have a mindset where you like something, oh, it's too hard, you just throw up your hands and you quit. Oh, I couldn't do it. You're not going to be very good at this job. If you have the mindset of, I'm going to figure this out, or I'm going to mess around with it until I figure this out or I learn something from it, right? That's the mindset you have to have, okay? Honesty and integrity, okay? You have to be an honest person. Honesty sometimes is the hardest thing for people, and it goes both ways. It's not also about when things are going wrong. Like one of my CSM jobs, I would get paid based on the number of clients that I was managing. So I wanted all the clients so I could make all the money. And I wasn't being honest with myself or my boss, and I ended up getting totally overwhelmed with how many clients I had taken on. So being honest with yourself, being honest with your boss, being honest with the clients, being honest with where you're at mentally and physically, emotionally, these are all important. And also just being honest with, all the main things that make us a normal, moral person. Okay, don't steal, don't lie, don't cheat. Be honest, have your own integrity, and stand by that. Stand tall with your integrity and stand by what is true to you. Set boundaries with clients. Okay, this is another thing that I had to learn the hard way because I'm very optimistic and I'll just do everything. I grew up and I had nobody, so I've always just had to figure every single thing out all by myself, and I end up getting clients that are takers and I'm a giver, and they just take. Okay, so you have to set boundaries with your clients, right? I'm going to do this. You are going to have to do these things, okay? I'm not going to cross this line. This is your stuff that you have to do. I'm going to do these things. So set real boundaries. Same thing with work and life. Sometimes, whenever it was because I've been in businesses, guys, where we were making millions of dollars a month, which means we would be getting insane amounts of clients all coming in, flooding us at the exact same time. And there would be times where I would just be working 24/7 like a madman, and I needed to set boundaries, and I learned that. And the way that I would do it is I would literally just delete the Slack app on Friday at 5 o'clock, and then I would reinstall it on Monday, and I would reply to all the messages, because otherwise I'd be working all weekend and my phone would just be buzzing away, right? So set boundaries and then set your schedule. I've also had jobs where it's very chill and it's none of that, but it just depends on what level you're at. But set boundaries with clients and just set boundaries with yourself. Be a professional, okay? Especially if you're going to be in these higher paid gigs, you're going to deal with absolute terrible sewer people. It just is what it is. But you can be the adult in any situation. Don't take it personal. Be a professional. Just be a professional. I don't really know what else to say about that. Just carry yourself with a level of professionalism. Take it serious. Don't be a kid. There's a difference between the amateurs and the professionals, okay? The amateur football players never make any money. The professional football players are always on the big screen and are world famous, right? So the professional athletes, there's another level to them. They work at their craft. They train every day. They take the good with the bad, but they know where they're going, okay? So be a professional and show up to work like you mean it, like it matters. Be a great relationship builder and scale your relationships. Okay, guys, you're going to be working with A players all the time. Your clients, your coworkers, your bosses, other B2B connections. They are A players. You, as a CSM, have to be great at building relationships. Okay, you got to read how to win friends and influence others. You got to work on your psychology and understand what people like. People like talking about themselves. People like being heard. They like someone to listen to them. And they like somebody who's positive and interested in whatever the hell they're talking about. You have to learn how to build relationships with people if you want to survive as a CSM, and as not just a survival tactic, but like as your career grows, you're going to end up with all these amazing relationships, and you're going to learn how to build these relationships better and better and better, and you're going to find little things that make more of an impact and make people remember you and make people want to go out of their way to help you because you helped them. Give and take. It's really cool, actually, but become great at building relationships and scaling your relationships. This is really important. Okay. Lean into your team and be a good team player, right? When I was at Scaling with Systems, we had our own little, CSM corner, and we would help each other out every day. We would work on tasks, and we would have each other's back. And sometimes when we were too overwhelmed with stuff, you could reach out to your team to get some help on some things, and vice versa. Sometimes when your team is too overwhelmed, they would reach out to you, and you would help them. You're a team, though. It's when you're a CSM, it's you and the other CSMs against the world, almost, it feels like. But it's really just you and your CSMs trying to be as helpful and as good as you possibly can to serve all the clients as good as you possibly can, okay? And you need to lean into your team. Again, when I was overwhelmed with too many clients, I had to lean into my team. Team is there to support me, and that's what it should be like. You should have a good support. You should never feel completely isolated, because people are there to help you. That's literally their job. Is there's more people than just you at these companies. But you have to express that. You have to lean on your team, and your team should be able to lean on you, and you should be able to help each other, and you should be able to work together to be super successful and make your lives a lot better. Demonstrating value. Okay, so if you're doing something for the clients every day, you have to demonstrate that you can do it, that it's valuable, be of use, be of service. I believe value. There's a lot of value that you have as a human being being a CSM, helping these people, and you have to demonstrate to them the work that you're doing. So it's not just enough to do it. You have to show them that what you're doing, why you're doing it, how you're doing it, what the value is in you're doing, so that people will value you, and so that you'll value the work you're doing as well. Because a lot of the times there's other jobs that I've had where what I did didn't matter at all, but as a CSM, you're going to be demonstrating the value of what you're doing a lot, and it's going to show, and you should be proud of what you do. Be collecting feedback, okay? Sometimes I thought I was the most badass CSM in the whole world, and I would get some feedback that my clients didn't like me at all. And it's just like, oh, well, that sucks. But I did learn from those experiences. I learned how I could be better. And some people, they're just not right for you. But a lot of times the feedback that you get, if you can grow up and take feedback as nothing against you, just constructive criticism on things that you could improve, and you actually improve those things, you will become unstoppable. And it's not just feedback from clients, it's feedback from your boss, it's feedback from your coworkers, it's feedback from your friends, your family, whatever it is. But collecting feedback, it'll hype you up sometimes too. Like I've got some messages on my phone that if I'm ever really like looking to get pissed off and do a bunch of work, I'll listen to it and it'll just fucking light me on fire, and I'm like, and I'll just go to work and get things done. But collect feedback. It's really important. A big part of your CSM journey is going to be is recruiting advocates. Okay, this is converting your clients into raving freaking fans of you, the company, what you're doing. So, and that involves educating them on what you're doing, why what you're doing is so important, how it's going to change their life, implementing it, but then have them, hey, look, we did all this amazing stuff. Like, I did good for you, you do good for me. Do you have anybody else you could refer to the company? Do you have anybody else, that you can tell about us, how cool we are? Or do you have somebody else that I can talk to, okay? And recruiting advocates is going to get you a lot more referrals. It's going to get you a lot of upsells, and it's going to get you just a lot of goodwill in the marketplace, okay? I don't think I would be where I'm at right now if I didn't recruit a lot of advocates. So always be selling, and I mean that in a good way. And then this is a big one, especially if you have opportunities to make upsells and commissions and referrals, okay? From the beginning, from the first time you talk to the client, I want you to start planting seeds about what the journey is going to be like. The first conversation is, okay, we're going to work together for the next 3 months, and then you're going to join our higher level, our next level thing, and you're going to come to these events, and we're going to take over the world. Okay, and every conversation, every time you meet with them, you're going to be planting seeds that the best thing for them is to have success with you and then join the next level up, upsell into the next level program. Okay, a lot of these high-ticket CSM coaching businesses make their money on the back end from the upsells, okay, and that's how you're going to make a lot of your money is from referrals and upsells with commissions. Okay, that's how you break through to that next level. This is not just about making more money, but this is just about having a system that shows you that all the hard work you're putting in is going to lead to a bigger payday and more money for your family, more money for your life, more money for your journey that you're going on. Okay, but the trick is to plant seeds every time you talk to them. Okay, you're not pushing them to sell, you're just planting seeds. You're just dropping little hints about how cool the next thing is, okay? So then when you finally come time to ask, they're going to be, oh yeah, no, I've been thinking about that for months, let's do it. Just makes your final pitch a lot better, and you'll have a lot of ammo built up. Okay, don't take anything personal. So in business, we tend to take our work very, very personal. It's like we pretend that our work is us for some reason. Don't do that. There's you as a person. No matter what, you are an amazing, fantastic human being. Sometimes your work does not have to reflect actually who you are. And a lot of times, again, sometimes the business is having issues. Sometimes the system was never quite built the way that it was supposed to do to get the clients the results. So don't take anything personal. Just try and do your absolute best work and be content with that. Okay, you can only control yourself and your actions. So do your absolute best, but shit happens. Don't take it personal. It just is what it is. It's just business. Lack of communication is a lack of performance. Okay, so this goes back to the leaning on the teams, okay? And this goes back to if you're not talking to your boss, if you're not talking to us inside of the program, a lack of communication is a lack of performance. Don't be shy with what you're feeling, with what you're going through, with what's going on. Do not do that. You have to vocalize what's going on with you. Otherwise, no one is going to know that you need help. No one is going to know that you're kicking ass and taking names and winning. No one's going to know anything unless you communicate it, okay? So a lack of communication is a lack of performance, okay? So work on your ability to communicate, and it will take you super far in this world. All right, I hope that was helpful. These are my tips on how to be a rock star CSM. Talk to you in the next one.